Okay, let's wait for the girls to show up. It's fine, girls to show up. Okay. Okay, let's wait for people to show up. I could use some support, guys. Need some likes, or viewers at least. Okay. Hello, viewers. So today I'm going to be talking about, I wasn't planning on streaming right now, but there is something that needs to be addressed. The most disgusting thing I ever could imagine, and it is in hashtag girls right now. And here's what it is that this girl named @Jovi, she's basically the reason that YouNow sucks. If there was a reason I was going to leave YouNow, it'd be because of her. And the reason I say that is because they come on and they take off their clothes for likes. And I don't know if girls want to be seen as these people who, you know, sell their bodies for approval. But if you don't want it to look that way, then you better like up the stream and get me to the top so that I can teach her a lesson about what happens when you go on a live stream and just take off your clothes for money. I mean, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I think YouNow is okay with this, mainly because they are a brothel. They can make a ton of money off of young kids getting inspired to, oh, I'm going to take off my clothes today, and they'll get the money. And this is exactly what they do. Take a look how many likes this girl has. She has 66,000 likes. The reason she's this popular is because she goes on her stream and she takes off her clothes. I saw it just like 2 seconds ago and I said, okay, I am not going to tolerate this. I'm going to make a stream about this. So if you don't want hashtag girls to be known as the place guys go to, or 65-year-old men like Talking Head to go watch a girl like this and jack off, well, then maybe you should like up the stream so that I can hopefully help these girls out. You know, they talk about women don't get respected anymore. It's like, yeah, because they don't do anything to protect their bodies. They lower the bar to such a level. And I have to admit, my fans who are girls are some of the most amazing girls out there. They'd never do this. My fans wouldn't. But these girls are very impressionable. And there's just one after the other. You go to this one right here. I mean, just take a look. And if you can't see it, she's just wearing a bra. That's all she's doing. And this is what happens. They come on and they lay on their beds and they just act like a porn show, to be honest. And it's so disgusting and whorish. And it needs to get stopped right now. Now, I can't believe that the #1 girl in hashtag girls, the example of girls on YouNow, right, is this girl who takes off her clothes for money. I mean, that's what she does. And, you know, you watch her stream for like about 2 minutes and you see exactly what's going on. It is nasty. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And so I really could use your guys' support. Unless girls want to be seen as these people who the guys can just go and watch it every day. I mean, I don't think most girls want to be seen that way. But if they're going to complain about how men treat them, well, then maybe you should help out women to, you know, toughen up. Like, have quality in your streams. And there are some girls who have quality. But it's worthless. Because every other stream on here, all the 65-year-old men are going to go to. And they will jack off to watching one of these 13-year-old girls take off their shirt for likes. And it's disgusting. But that's really what YouNow has turned into when you take a look at the hashtag girls. And that's why I'm in hashtag girls, because I want to be at the top to set an example for these girls who are very impressionable. And they're falling for this lie of, if you want to be appreciated and all these things, you got to take off your clothes for likes. And it's working it's scarily well. I know that's not a word, but it's a very terrifying effect on these young people. If you just go down the list, every third person in the top 20 is a porn star in essence, because they just wear these very low shirts, and sometimes they take them off. They take off everything. And then someone like me has to report it. I don't want to see that crap on my screen. What the heck? So come on, guys. We need the likes. We need... Guess who's here? That's me, right? So here's what we got to do. The reason I'm in hashtag girls is because YouNow is turning into a brothel. YouNow is making money off of 13-year-old girls taking off their clothes for likes. And I don't like it. I know a lot of girls don't like it. But clearly, I guess I was wrong. Because you take a look at this. And the behavior that they have, are you kidding me? Just take a look at this. This is what YouNow's turned into. a porn show. And 65-year-old men are going to come on here and they're going to jack off for this. And they're getting likes for it, so why shouldn't they? She's at 12 likes now. Just wait 10 minutes. You can't even see her face because it's not about her face. It's about seeing her take off her clothes. That's really what it's all about. So your likes are super appreciated, Kristen. They're super liked. Thank you so much. But I want to be number one so that I can come on and send a message to all these girls. Come on. Quit it. You're giving women a bad name. And I wish there were other women that streamed like this so that they could set the example. But someone like me has to come in and do this. This world is falling apart. It's disgusting. Because this is how YouNow makes their money. Off of 13-year-old girls taking off their clothes, while 65-year-old men give them coins while they jack off. And that's what they do. Now, I've suspended a lot of these people, but they just keep on popping up one after the other. It's just like a never-ending circle. Because these kinds of things, for guys, are very sensitive. And unless you happen to be a Bible-reading Baptist like me, you're not going to be able to resist that kind of thing. So, I don't know if it's going to stop from me, but I know if anyone's going to stop it, it's going to be me. So your support is greatly appreciated. Let's get up to the top 10. Let's teach them a lesson. And because I think women are amazing. I think they can do awesome stuff. But to be honest, they're giving a bad name on YouNow. She just got 400 likes. Come on. She got 400 likes just then. Can we not get 400 likes? Do I have to take off my shirt to get likes? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. It's going to end tonight if we get the likes. So come on, share this stream. Unless you like this sort of behavior. If you want girls to continue doing this, well then heck, why don't you go watch them? Because it's just disgusting. Some women do that, Gabe. You just don't see it because there's more of the bad than... Some women do that, Gabe. You just don't see it because there's none of the bad. There's more of the bad than the good. I haven't seen any women doing this. And I guess you're right, because I haven't seen any of where they're actually protesting this sort of behavior. But we need more support. They need to have someone like me, who's, let's be honest here, they think their target audience is me. Their target audience is 65-year-old men on their computers, which is disgusting. But that's the people they're going after. And I think it's disgusting. It's setting a terrible example for them. Imagine how their kids are going to behave if we don't stop them here. I mean, clearly their parents don't got a grip on what they're doing. They need someone to tell them, this is not how you behave, okay? And unfortunately, in our secularized society, I guess the only thing people can say is, oh, well, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Take a look at the leading atheist on YouNow, Jacqueline Glenn, right? She's a porn star. She goes on YouTube and she's like, oh, take a look at me. And I'm just like, your kids are going to see that. You know that, right? It is disgusting. So like up the stream. I don't tolerate this for a second. I can't stand by while it's painful to watch. Especially when I think, what if that's my future wife? Am I just going to sit here? I don't know who she is. That is disgusting. And then it gets worse in guys. The guys are getting really nasty. And I'm going to teach them a lesson too if they keep it up. But what we need here is the likes. In order to have an influence. You won't get enough people in your stream to have any influence. You should have seen my stream I think it was 2 days ago. We got quite a bit of support. But I am fans of some women that try to help with this type of thing. That is wonderful. We need more though. And I think, I don't know if this will help, but because I am a guy, I think I might have at least some influence on this issue. Because the guys certainly aren't it. And if the guys aren't, why shouldn't they listen to the other girls? You know, it's like, Mom, okay, Mom, shut up, Mom. It's just like they need an outside opinion that's telling them this is not normal, this is not okay. So I want to see the girl section be smart. I want to, and when you have 95% of the people in the girl section just taking off their clothes for likes, it makes me want to vomit. And I know it makes you want to vomit too. So like up the stream, give your support to someone who wants an actual change to happen. Because they'll be talking about this for quite some time if we make it into the top 10. Let's teach them a lesson. Come on. Because this is their kids' influence at stake. They're going to influence their kids. Think about what this tells their husbands about what's okay. If you take a look at these kind of girls and the kinds of guys, what if they get married? What do you think their husband's going to think about what's okay for him to do? And then you're going to complain to me? I get that guys have done a lot of bad stuff, but come on. We gotta stop it at least one person at a time, and I'm doing that. So, how are you today, bro? I am doing very well, but I'm troubled by how disgusting the hashtag girls area is getting. I'm streaming hashtag girls because a message needs to be sent that no, you don't get attention by taking off your clothes. You get your attention by being smart. Okay, and what they're doing is they're dumbing down people. It's not like these people are going to become entrepreneurs. Okay, why should they when they can just take off their clothes for money? So we've got to do something to show that this is not okay. And take a look at what sort of road this is going to lead down if we say, oh, it's okay this, oh, it's okay that. Do you honestly want to live in a society where people start to walk around in public behaving this way? I live in San Diego. They already do. It is like a horror show and everywhere. I mean, I went to Fashion Valley today, if you know where that is in San Diego. I saw Alien Covenant. It was an awesome movie. But the way women dress here, I'm like, why should you get married? What is there to wait for? The guy's already seen everything. There's no value to it anymore, and that's degrading, and it's sad, and it's awful, and that's not what women are made for. So I want to see change. And then you got the guys who think that, I got a six-pack, and I could do that. But, I mean, I get the sort of comments I get. I think that's sad when I see someone say, oh, you're so cute, give me your Snapchat. Because you know what they do half the time? I used to accept those. And I think about 90% of the time what they would do is they would send me a naked picture. I'd be like, you're 12 years old. What the heck is wrong with you? Or what's wrong with your parents that they would let you behave this way? And then occasionally I'll meet someone like Kristen who is like, yeah, that's disgusting. And I'm like, at least we haven't lost all our sanity. But I'm not going to let these people continue this way. It's disgusting. Someone needs to tell them it's disgusting. I'm going to do it. Like up the stream, let's get into the top 10, and let's show them exactly how real women feel about you degrading the value of their bodies, because that's what they're doing. If guys behaved the way I see girls behaving right now, I'd be so mad and so disgusted, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. But none of the guys are trying to help, so I have to do. And the girls that are trying to help, they clearly aren't doing a good enough job. I'm sorry to say it, but they aren't doing a good enough job. So seriously, that's a good thing. That's what marriage is all about. Don't you want your husband to be excited for you? Or do you, take a look at your grandparents, right? How excited are they for each other? I have some wonderful grandparents that are excited for each other. And, the difference between them and everybody else is they don't drink. They occupy their time with trying to help other people. Because when you only focus on yourself, I could get in a whole thing about selfishness, and a lot of this has to do with that. But most of it is neediness. They want love in their lives. And most of them have been abused. Horrifically abused by their fathers, by their mothers. And it's awful. And it's happening to guys now. You ask most homosexuals, it's like, why were you okay with behaving homosexual? And it's like, because if it's okay in the home, it's okay outside. And my dad did this to me as a kid. Why shouldn't I do it in public? And I'm just like, what? And then school teaches this is normal. They're like, oh, this is normal. Don't alert anyone if your family sort of acts this way. This is not an issue. And then people say, it has no effect on society. I'm seeing it right here on YouNow. We need to get up into the top 10 and send a message. So let's see. Well, guys kind of do the same thing because this one senior was trying to hit on me this weekend. A senior is trying to hit on you. See, here's the other thing. Men need to marry younger. They don't need to wait to do, I got to get the college degree and I got to do this. Because, half the time what they're going to do is they're going to, do awful stuff with their bodies anyway, and they're going to get AIDS. And I know a lot of people die in college. SDSU, where my dad used to work, has the highest STD rate in the nation. It's also the most secular university in California. So you can really see a trend going here with subjective morality, and we could get into that. But the point is, the message has no voice if you guys don't like the stream. It has to get its support. And I wish I didn't have to ask for your support using things like likes and money and that sort of thing. But if that's really how YouNow is rigged. And if you don't like me, the money's going to be going into girls who keep on taking off their shirts. We're not teaching a lesson to the girls. We're not just teaching it to them. We're teaching it to YouNow, because YouNow has turned into a brothel where they count on the money coming from the likes given to these girls who take off their clothes for money. And YouNow is getting it all. And they say, I feel appreciated now. I feel loved now. This is the life I want to live. And I think, no. It should be illegal is what it should be. And companies like YouNow who let this stuff go on, they're like, well, she she's wearing a bra, it's okay. I'm like, okay, how about I take off all my clothes except for my undies and I dance around the room? Believe it or not, I don't think they'd report me even if I did that. Even though it's completely disgusting. Imagine you're a parent. You know, they say, well, you have to be 13 in order to come on here. Because that's when we all become adults, right? 13. Oh, yeah, that's the age where we all know what to do. What a joke. I mean, I'm a bit smarter than most kids my age, but even I have to deal with the same problems, and I know what these other guys are going through, and they don't win the fight. They give in to this sort of thing, and they encourage it. They find themselves rooting for it. And why shouldn't they? They have their own subjective morality. They have their own purpose to life. They can do whatever the heck they want, but it's going to degrade society, and it's going to be disgusting, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why my girls get more fans, likes, shares, and a lot of them are partnered. Yeah, see, here, that's basically you now giving girls handshakes. They're like, yeah, you keep on taking that shirt. Here's a handshake. Come on. You now, if anyone should get paid on here, name someone who is talking about these issues and getting as much support as me. Because I want to meet them if they're out there. And I don't want to boast to say it's only me. But it really is when you think about it. And I found out about YouNow through a girl. Like a friend of mine. You know what she was doing on YouNow? Bet what she was doing. She was taking off her clothes for likes. You know how embarrassed she was when she found out that I was there? She gave me her account. She was like, I'm on YouNow. I'm like, okay, and I'm watching. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Imagine if your mom or dad comes on and sees this stream. Imagine how that sends a message to the whole family. And they tell you to share it on Instagram and Facebook. These girls are doing that. So now you go onto Facebook one day, I wonder what my friend Carol is doing. Oh my gosh, what happened? And then their kids will do the same thing. Only it'll get worse. Now you're going to have polygamy start to get into the issue. Why shouldn't they bring on their girlfriends and, stop wearing clothes? In fact, let's bring in the boyfriend. Let's show everything we do on camera. Pretty soon they'll say, oh, you can do these things on camera. You just be under the covers while you do it. Disgusting. And if that's prohibited, if that's allowed, imagine what they'll do to the law system. Imagine what the senators will be like from my generation. Come on. We need to solve this issue now. And so we need the likes. We have to get up there. We have to send a message. 9, actually. But it always starts with just one. So I've already doubled my my viewer count by I can't do the math on an odd number. That's hard. Do you remember me? I do. You just chatted. Thank you for inviting your fans. Share the stream and like the stream. If you can't give any more likes to the stream, share the stream. If you already share the stream and like the stream, thank you so much. You are meaning the world to me. And we need you guys actively commenting on these issues. I'll show you some more people that are doing this exact same thing. I mean, it is disgusting. Take a look. Wow. We all know how creative she's looking about now. Let's see how many others are doing the exact same thing. It's even hilarious. Then their moms come on the show. Oh yeah, because we all know how artistic they are with expressing their whole lifestyle. How much clothing are you wearing there? Come on. You can go down the list and you can just see how many girls are doing this. There's so many. Some of them I don't want to click on because I already have a feeling that they aren't wearing anything at all. But that's what I have to deal with on a regular basis whenever I'm streaming. Are the guys going to stay here and deal with the real issues with our country, or are they going to just go and watch these girls while the people who do care about our country are stealing it? The people who do care about our country the most are the people that hate it the most. I'm talking about the globalists, and they are very real people. George Soros. These people are real. They exist, and we have to do something about it. Do you remember from before this stream? You look familiar. Freaking Gabe has friend, I got your back. Thank you. LOL, you know you're in hashtag girls, right? Yes, because if I'm in hashtag guys, I'm not going to send the message. I will go into hashtag guys when I want to complain about the guys, because their behavior there is starting to get a little disgusting too. But the big issue is on here. Talking Head? Yeah, Talking Head. He's, I think he might be one of those guys who watches these streams. Which, I mean, it's disgusting, but I honestly think it is. You take a look at how he behaves himself, how he, in general, talks to girls on his stream before he got suspended. He's a little bit creepy. He's kind of a pedo, actually. But he got suspended for why? He encouraged kids to shoot the president. The leading liberal on YouNow encouraged teens to shoot the president. That's why YouNow suspended him. I reported it, and then they suspended him. Okay, it looks like we're at 134. Thank you, Emily, for the likes. He's not banned. He's still on. He can stream whenever he wants. He got a 48-hour suspension. If he was banned, his account wouldn't even be able to find. Where are you and girls? Because the focus of tonight is talking about how disgusting and the degrading level that girls are getting to on YouNow. YouNow is turning into a brothel, especially when it comes to hashtag girls, on the issue of, oh, they take off their clothes, some 60-year-old comes on and he watches the stream and he gives $50 worth in likes, and next thing you know, YouNow's cashing in. So you know what they do? They get them partnered and give them a handshake. And this is, what does that teach to these kids? It teaches them this is how you survive in society. And then they go to and then the girls who don't succeed, you know, the overweight ones, the really bad SJWs that weigh 790 pounds. Those are the ones who go on the SJW marches and said, I tried to survive being a porn star, but it didn't work. Give me a break. We got to teach entrepreneurship. We got to teach purpose. We got to teach there's a purpose to life, not nihilism, which is basically exactly what you get. It's like 4 + 4 = 8. Atheism equals nihilism. It's just a fact that there's no purpose to life. If atheism's true, it's just a fact. You can make your own purpose, but you didn't find purpose. You created your own purpose. It's kind of like if I create an imaginary image of my wife and I say, I have a wife now. You're living in a dreamland. And thank you, Noah, for the hundreds of likes. We need it. See, now we're getting up there. Now we are. And then people are going to add, holy crap, how many likes? Times 29. And technically, there isn't any purpose to life. Nothing wrong with it. If there isn't any purpose to life, well, then you can do whatever the heck you want. To be honest, I'd kill myself. Because if there's no purpose to life, why stay? It's kind of like being in an elevator. Why stay in an elevator? Oh, you can, do your thing. But imagine I like killing people. Imagine I think the Jews are less evolved. If you honestly take evolution to its conclusion, there are more evolved people than other people. The Aborigines did not evolve at the same stage than we did, according to evolution. Because take a look at the blue eyes, the nose. And it's really, if you have the decision power to strike first, then Hitler said, then you evolved first. Because you're quicker, you're stronger, you're quicker to adapt and think, I gotta take over the gene pool. And we could get into a whole discussion about evolution and if you actually follow it down to its conclusion, how much damage it does. And thank you, Noah the King, for the crazy amount of support. Thank you so much. You are getting us up into we're hashtag 19 girls. You know how hard that is to do? You are sending a message. Because here's the thing. Women need to know that there are men that will appreciate them and they aren't 65-year-old pedos who go on here and pay you now money. They need to know there is purpose, and no one's doing it. And the one, it's up to you now, of course, and they say, oh, we'll give you partnership if you take off your clothes for money. Because they make a lot of money off of this. Think about how much money YouNow makes off of the likes given by pedos to see these girls take off their shirts. Think about it. They make a lot of money off of that. The majority of the partnership are those girls. Heck. And thank you, Noah the King, so much for the support. But we've made society. There is a social contract. We don't kill others because we don't want to be killed. Yeah, let's see how well that works out. I mean, you could say that to Hitler, but you'd say, if we don't kill, they'll kill us first. I mean, say that to anyone with a different worldview. That only works for you. See, the only thing you can fight with is your own opinion when you use that logic. And that's what's so dangerous about it, is because you can't hold up the Bible and say objective morality. Heck, even a Muslim could say, hold up their Quran and say objective morality. And we could get in a debate about whether or not God exists and do our own thing. And why don't you kill? Because I'm a Christian. And I believe those people don't belong to me. They belong to God. If I kill them, I'll be held accountable. And the reason I'll be held accountable is because God knows what's best. And if he knows what's best, I'm gonna follow his path. I'm gonna go in the boat that doesn't sink. Satan, he's not doing so good right now. He's going straight to hell in a few years. Those girls who do that don't generally get that many likes. It's so rare spikes as the audience just 12-year-old boys. That is not true. I come on here almost every night and I see girl after girl after girl behaving this way, and I'll show you and I'll keep it on just so you girls know just how real this kind of thing is. Because Let's see here. I am really high in the hashtag girl section right now. So thank you so much for your guys' support. Let me see if I can find you what I was showing in earlier. Oh wow, she's taken off almost everything since last time I checked. Let's just share the stream. So this is what hashtag girls looks like now. Wonderful, right? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh good, she put out her jacket. You better zip it up. Zip it up. Oh, you won't, because she'll probably lose her fans if she did that. Because she doesn't talk about anything. You can't even see her face. All she does is sit there and try to wait for some guy with all the likes to come and like up the stream. Because why? All my things. Are you kidding me? Those are made for your husband. Figure it out. You know, what's he got? What does that teach to men about how to respect women? What does that teach about how women get their attention? It used to be, well, if a woman is good at taking care of things and has good responsibility, she might be good for kids. And if the man's good at having responsibility, he might be good at being a dad. But now it's just everyone can get anything they want because, oh, it's all online. And the sad truth is, most of these people on here are 65-year-old men that go on here and like up the stream, and YouNow's turning into a brothel because of it. In fact, they would encourage it. They should advertise like this. Here's what they do. YouNow sees these girls and they say, well, they take off their shirts and they get likes. They don't even have to be singing a song. They can just sit here like this and they'll get all the likes. And you know what YouNow does? They reap in the cash. It costs money to give likes. YouNow is in fact encouraging this kind of behavior. All she does is sit there with no clothes on, and she's got a higher ranking than I do, but I talk about our country. I talk about saving our country, how to make money, how to live your life to the brightest and the full. She shows you how to take off a girl's bra. Figure that out when you get married. Don't bother now. Your job right now before you're married is to earn money. You see those homeless people on the street? There's a reason they are homeless. Because they said, I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to have responsibility. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to get it here and now. Oh, and if I happen to have my cell phone, which by the way, cell phones are very easy to get, especially if you're homeless. You can get all sorts of plans. What you can do is all of a sudden now you can go on YouNow and look at a 13-year-old girl take off her shirt, and YouNow sits there clapping, going, bravo. Disgusting. It's not going to happen anymore because we are 15th in girls. That's impressive. It's impressive if you get 15th in guys. But the reason I think I've gotten so high is because this is an issue that girls do care about. Real girls. Girls that say, I don't want to be generalized as one of those. Well, then help make the change. Like the stream. Send a message. Unfortunately, the girls in here aren't doing a good enough job. I'm sorry to say it, but the ones that are trying to rebel just aren't doing it. Because I've never seen it. They need a new rallier. They need someone from outside who doesn't sound like their mom, who just sends a pow message that this is not how you're supposed to live your life. And that's exactly what you get with me. So, let's see. Is that why you're in hashtag girls? Yes, we have to send a message. These girls could be the most creative people on YouNow. And I don't mean they can show you how to take off their bra 37 different ways. I mean, they actually know that you keep your clothes on so that when you get married, you do these things. Save it for your husband. And because once you get married, what does this teach your husband about you? What does it teach your kids about you? You take a look at Instagram. My kids are going to see my Instagram. They're going to see your Facebook pages. It's not like the last generation. They're going to see everything you did, everything you wanted. And that sets an example on what they can do. You really are. You're actually kind of encouraging it because they see, Mom got to do this, Dad, why can't I do this? If my daughter tried to do this, I would have a mental breakdown. This is sad. This is poverty. This is something that happens in a brothel. But it's YouNow, my YouNow, the site I go to talk about issues. And I think the reason I found it is because it needs help more than any other site. YouTube has done a good job at making sure that the number one people on YouTube, except when it comes to the Super Bowl, even the Super Bowls, they screw this issue as well. They bring on these advertisements for beer and whatever. That's great. Let's show men that they should drink beer, and girls that don't wear clothes will bring it to them. That's a great ingredient. And then rape rapes jump, and you're just like, oh, I wonder why that happened. It's just like, really? Really? So I hope it doesn't turn into church. If it is church, well, then it's the good kind. Because this is an issue. When people solve issues, people have amazing futures and amazing lives. I am so lucky to be able to talk to you right now and not be some middle schooler or something who's just actually liking this. I could very easily see myself being someone who liked this kind of crap. And I don't want these girls to be adults and still doing this. I'd much rather come on here and say, stop it now, than let them go on for 20 years. What do you think they're going to do when they turn 18? You think it's going to stop there? Heck, is it going to stop here? I've seen, 16-year-old girls take off everything, not wear a thing on broadcast. And I have to report them, and I see this crap on my screen, and I'm just like, what the heck is wrong with #girls? And then I see it in guys, and now it's spreading to the guys. I say, if the girls can do it, why don't we? #LGBT was a nasty place to go. And I've streamed in there before talking on similar issues. But #girls is starting to get worse than that. And that's saying something if you ever watch #LGBT. So, how are you going to change this? Because if I'm number one in girls, it's going to change a mind. I'm going to change a mind. I don't care if I change 300 minds or just one mind. I'll change one. And that's one less family that's going to get screwed over and corrupted over a little thing like this. And these little things are the things that do the most damage. It's the little things. They're like an infection. You get a hangnail like this, and next thing you know, it lets in all sorts of crap. So, I'm glad I did. And there's only one reason I even could be here and even do that instead of watching these kinds of people. And that's because I believe Jesus is real, and he's coming back, and he's got a plan, an awesome plan. Our founders believed that humans had rights. The rights to life, liberty, and property. Because if you don't have property, where are you going to carry out your rights? But those rights disappear if morality is subjective. Because now you decide. We have to have some objective standard that the state can point to. And this isn't church and state being related. This is simply having an objective rule that everyone can agree what's right and wrong. And if you carry out a crime, we have every right to judge you. If you rape someone, we have every right to judge you. During the Nuremberg trials after World War II, there were concentration camp officers that tortured Jewish twins to try to see if a twin could feel the same pain as her sister. And they would decapitate their arms and legs. They'd pull out their eyes. No anesthetic. Because they thought they were monkeys. They thought they were animals. You read Darwin's book, the full title of Origin of Species, and the preservation of the higher races. It's talking about how to preserve higher races. And I call you my hero. God is our hero. That's the only reason I can talk about this. What you're seeing right now is a ripple of what God can do. So, and a small ripple. But I think it can become a big tidal wave thanks to your guys' support. I started this stream, I think, just 33 minutes ago. People were saying, you can't do anything. You only have 7 fans. Or 7 viewers. That is so far from true. Anyone can start a movement, but it's persistence that makes it happen. And the truth is, most girls I don't know why they fail in this area. It's sad when they do. But having a male figure from their same generation telling them this is not normal, this is not okay. Men don't want you to do this. And for any men that think I want them to keep doing this, get out of here, you pedo. You need to straighten things out with God before it's too late. Before you're in jail. I have tons of uncles in jail because of this sort of, behavior. Darwin isn't the creator of modern science. He can still be wrong on some issues. There isn't any one objective source or fact. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep that in mind next time someone says, oh, evolution's trustworthy. I'm just going to let you know, scientists can be wrong, and you said specifically in relation to Darwin, so that's a good quote to have and pull out. So, how many of you are here? Have you guys had... I haven't been able to read too many of the comments because I just go and talk about these things because I'm mad that YouNow gets their money this way. This really is. This is it. This is how they get their money. And it's sad when the leading person in Guys guests a girl and then she takes off her clothes and she's like, oh, how do you like me? I'm just like, let me throw up already. Let me kill myself already. What's the deal? Why is this going on? Because I believe in objective morality. I think this is awful. It's going to lead down a dark path. It's not going to work out that well. I've had an argument about the same thing in my school. Keep up the argument. Never give up. I'm homeschooled, so I was taken out of school. But that's a fun story. But keep it up. The schools want them to behave this way because, stupid people are easier to control than smart people. That's the fact. And when you have gullible people, it's also easier to win their votes. It's kind of like, hey, you get whoever's last to the car is a rotten egg, and that's how we'll vote this year. It's like, really? Is that how we're going to do it? You take a look at how much was ignored during this election, how much was just not even listened to, and I just try to propagate this idea of some sort of purpose, some sort of like, we need a woman figure like Hillary. It's just like, if Hillary was a woman figure, she would condemn this sort of behavior. But how can she when her husband's one of the biggest supporters of it? It's like this sort of, we could talk, it's not just the Clintons, there's all sorts of people doing this stuff. But we gotta stop it at the root. And the root is, if morality is subjective, do whatever the heck you want. But morality is not subjective. And that's what they need to start teaching in school. They need to start teaching, by the way, morality is not subjective. It's objective. And you know, that's even the wrong thing. Should we even have schools? Is it constitutional? Under that flag, no school should be flying under that flag unless it's a private school, because it's not constitutionally supported. And I wonder, why wouldn't they put this on the debate floor? Why wouldn't they try to make public school an amendment? Because it's an indoctrination system that, when it comes to making good citizens, fails miserably. When it comes to making blind, brainless zombies, it's very good at that. And so on a debate floor, it will lose terribly. And they can't just go back and say, oh, let's go back to the way education was. When I was in DC, the education was so bad there. You wouldn't think it was a school, you'd think it was a prison. It was so bad there. And their textbooks have other lies in them. They'll use pictures of embryos that were drawn by Darwin's friends to try to say evolution would occur. And they were drawings. They weren't even based after actual things. And these things get debunked. I have science textbooks on my shelf that I used to read at night as a kid because I liked science at the time. And I still do. But it's been hijacked by some crazy people like Dawkins. But when you read them and they say horse evolution, and it's like, where's the fossils for that? Why are you teaching a lie in textbooks? Why are you teaching people that there's no need for God, that there's no objective morality? Why don't you teach about Stalin and his philosophy? Why do you only teach about, oh, they did this and this was bad and he was a nationalist? Why don't they teach about their ideologies? Because their ideologies come directly from the same doctrine they teach in the schools. And take a look at the way girls behave now as opposed to just 40 years ago. Such a starking difference. The starking difference is so big, so incredibly big, you wouldn't know you were in the same country. So, textbooks are all opinions. And I'm glad that there's just, and you know, people say, oh, I shouldn't listen to you because you're too brainwashed and biased. And I'm like, there's only one of me. And there are how many other people who disagree with me on YouNow right about now? How many are there? Oh, there's a lot of them. It's just like, ugh. I'm mad, and I don't want to see this happen anymore. I'm getting a sore throat because I've been talking really loudly for the past 33 minutes, and I got to get some water. So if you guys could stay, that is, if you want to make women great again, and I mean that, I'm not saying that in a joking way, make women the coolest people on the planet, because there was a time when men looked at women and were like, oh, I'm kind of scared of that woman not because she was mean, but because she in general just had a presentation of, you can't touch this unless you're planning on a marriage, boy. That's when women had respect. You take a look at now, really? No one's going to tell me that women have respect now when you take a look at this all the time. Change the mood. Change what's the normal. And send a message specifically to YouNow to condemn this kind of behavior. I'll be right back. Gotta get some water. They want stupid people. Smart people don't vote Democratic, so they have to deal with this. I will later. I gotta do a stream. Okay. Forget water, let's drink milk. I like milk. If you don't mind, I'm going to drink this water. That water was very good. Okay, I'd really like to argue the facts of evolution instead of the morality. Morality is subjective and changes based on society. Facts don't. Well, if you have subjective morality, yeah. An objective morality does exist, however. And as we can see, people don't have to follow the objective morality, but it certainly does exist. And you can't have your own excuse for morality without ignoring the objective morality, which is, I'd say, even a bigger leap of faith than anything else. But I'd be happy to debate evolution some other time. Right now I'm in hashtag girls because I want to get in the top 10 to see girls stop taking off their clothes for likes, right? And if you win the evolution debate, which I seriously doubt because I've never lost a debate on YouNow, show me if I have, but if you won the evolution debate, what does that teach girls? Morality is completely subjective, and that societies only change when you end up with rebels. And, well, I'm not looking forward to what a rebel looks like based on what I've seen on YouNow and hashtag girls. I guess you could say I'm a rebel, but I'm not a girl, so I'm just sort of an outside voice saying this is not okay, this is not normal. So, well, 50 years ago, it was immoral to be gay. It's still immoral. You talk to any gays personally about how they feel, they talk about being guilt-filled, they talk about feeling ugly and disgusting. You know, they're half naked in the streets on their pride parade. It's just like, what if I was their kid's dad? That is disgusting. But that's another debate. Girls can do what they want. That's what freedom's about, man. See, this is the problem. See, people like you are the reason that this nation's going to go to crap. Because you say, oh, they can do whatever the heck they want. Well, see how well that works until your wife says, okay, I can do whatever the heck I want. I'm going to go over to Greg's house. Because, you know, he's got the hubba bubba and whatever. You don't. And unless girls have an objective morality, know their purpose, know that there's a track, and it's a good track, heck, this nation's going to go to crap. It already is. People do have personal freedom. I think it's wiser to follow guidelines, though. A lot wiser. You put on your, like, I have freedom to put on my seatbelt or not put on my seatbelt. If I get in an accident, I better have my seatbelt on. So that's my opinion on that issue. And it's getting worse. I mean, I come on here, and every other time I come on here, there's some new girl behaving this way. And let me just show you what the picture, you can just tell what they use to lure people in to, you know, let me see if it'll show it here. I mean, just take a look at some of these pictures. If you can see, she's not even like, she's showing her stuff. Like, she's showing her junk. She's trying to win people in by showing her junk. And this person, almost no clothes. Are you kidding me? But, you know, that's what girls want to do on YouNow. And now YouNow is going to allow it more and more and more. I think YouNow just repelled their clothes. What do you mean? Are they all putting their clothes off now? Or taking them off or putting them on? For me, I'm not seeing too much of a change here. It seems that even the more I talk, the more girls come on. But that's a good thing because that means my message gets heard by more people. Gay marriage can be life-threatening. You take a look at what homosexual sex leads to. You take a look at AIDS history. It started in the gay communities and then went to the straight communities because AIDS started with gays. That's a scientific fact. You look up GRID, gay-related immune disorder. Immune disorder, right. And it showed up in the gay communities, and then people said, oh, I can be bisexual. I was born this way. I can behave this way. Okay, you go do that. You have freedom. See how long it works. It's a bad idea. Where do you live? And by the way, guys, let's get up into the top 10. We are 17th in guys, which is girls. I'm so used to being in guys. But we need to get higher than that. We need to get into the top 10, and preferably number 1, because the behavior I'm seeing on here is inspiring other people, and it's I don't even, I almost want to shoot myself when I see the sort of things that they do. They sit there and they dance and they take off their clothes every time they get another 10,000 likes. They're just like, oh, it's smart. Oh, yeah, let's do this thing. Craziness. And now take a look. Now they have people coming on the stream, and, you know, is this guy discouraging her? Of course not. He's encouraging it. Can you see this? You're just skimming the surface. Also, the only thing I might really subject to is the LGBT plus thing, because I have friends who are gay and I really think that it is their choice. Well, of course it's a choice. And in our country, you have freedom, so you can make that choice. But if the government says it's a good idea, I mean, what if the government came out and said, guess what? Take a look at this, folks. Can you believe this? Take a look at, see, this is the problem right here. Perfect example. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You want to bet how old he is? She is? I mean, that is awful. I don't even want to watch that. I don't even want it on my screen. It's so awful. And imagine you're her husband somewhere. Imagine she's married. Or imagine she's not married. What do you think her future husband is going to think about all this sort of behavior? That might be a make or break sort of thing. It would definitely be with me. So, and the reason why is because people who think that this is okay will let other things go. Like drinking, like smoking, and these kinds of things. And these are things that kill. And I've seen how it treats people when people decide, I'm going to decide my own morality, I'm going to do whatever I want in life. When they write a song that says everything that kills me makes me feel alive. It's like, yeah, you do that until you're in the ICU for AIDS or something like that. James, you're so on point. Let's see. Because girls who expose themselves get less likes on YouNow than those who cover up and are nice. I've looked into this a lot. They get viewers, not likes. That isn't true, actually. This girl's been streaming the exact same amount of time. Let's see. This girl here. She put her shirt back on. Oh, now she's starting to dance again. Let's see here. She wasn't wearing... All right. So this girl, she has 68,000 likes. Let's see what she's going to do here. Oh, yeah. She's totally just being nice and friendly. 68,000 likes. Second place in hashtag girls. You're honestly going to say that it's not related? No, this is a problem. Honey Lefster, you're wrong. Wrong on what? This is what's going on in the second place in hashtag girls. And you're saying, oh, that I'm wrong. You go ahead and watch it. You do whatever you want. So, maybe why 3 million likes? Why is this girl in second place? Why is this girl in second place? I guess there's only one nice girl on YouNow. See, this is what you get on YouNow. She's got 68,000 likes, and she's just dancing around for some... And take a look at the chat over here. This is totally being encouraged. Totally being encouraged. Ridiculous. So... you can say whatever you want. The fact is, girls are behaving disgustingly in hashtag girls. Other girls want it to stop. People like you say they can do whatever they want. It doesn't stop. And then you complain with guys that expect this sort of thing in the streets. And guess what? They're going to get it. And it's going to get worse. A lot worse. And I talked about this a little bit earlier. Just wait till polygamy gets in. I agree with some cases. This is every night. I stream here almost every night. And this is what happens over and over again. Don't tell me this is something rare. When it comes to YouNow, this is what happens. Oh, let's see. Did John Edwards gave her an applause. Let's take a look at Did John Edwards. Let's see how old he is. Let's see if I can find it. Too short. Her dancing's not appropriate. Let's see here. I don't know what his picture is. I'm not able to find it. But... it's just disgusting. It is just disgusting. Second place in girls. And you got the one rare case of one nice girl. If you want to talk about rare cases, some rare cases, how about the girl in first place? That's your rare case. This is everybody else. You go down the list and there's more of them. And there's this one here. She's not wearing her shirt. And this guy's with all of his guys like, hey, take a look at what she's doing. Let's take a look at this one. It's hard because sometimes their thumbnails change when they're moving their cameras. You know, it's great when their thumbnails are just their boobs. That's how they get their likes. That's not it. Well, her thumbnail was of her in just a bra, so. But anyway, this is the problem. Why isn't the nice girl in number 1 saying, stop it, this isn't okay? Because they because they don't care. They don't care. So, she needs proper dance classes. She needs more than that. So, are drugs good? Probably. Are drugs good? Probably. Drugs are not good. Are you kidding? Drugs are bad. Because there aren't 2 B's in her thumbnail. But I mean, I don't even want to show this on my screen. It's just disgusting. But this is what's happened to hashtag girls. And it's every night now. Every night. And it's disgusting. So, she's getting worse. And she's getting more likes, by the way. She's going up. She's getting more support. I'll keep her on just so you know that how long she does this. So you know I'm not kidding when I say this is a problem. Because she keeps on getting 400 likes. I can't get 400 likes. Have I been mean to anybody? I've been saying that this sort of behavior isn't appropriate and you shouldn't do it. And oh, wow, she's getting all the likes. See, nice people don't get likes. There's one girl who they call nice, who's number 1. And second place is this. This is the second best example of a girl on YouNow, folks. Are you kidding me? That is disgusting. And YouNow is turning into a brothel because of it. Because here's what happens, for your new viewers to understand. What happens is a 65-year-old guy goes on at these shows, and what he does is he likes up the stream because he wants to see it. And what happens, and sometimes these girls are 13 years old, right? What if that was your daughter or your sister? Or how about your mom? She's going to have kids one day, maybe, if she lives long enough to have kids. Judging how she's living her life now, I'm not sure that she'll ever have self-control enough to do that. But this is really what YouNow's turned into. And what YouNow is doing is they aren't disapproving of this. They love it. Because what happens is that these girls come on, the guys give all the likes, YouNow reaps all the money, and then they get partnered. She has a partnership. She's got 70,000 likes. She's almost at 100,000 likes. And all she's done is dance around like this. Are you kidding me? YouNow needs some serious reform. And right now, this is really a defining moment to see who can do better at this. Right now, I am 17th in girls. The girl right in front of me. This is the girl right in front of me. Let's take a look at the girl right in front of me. See what she's doing. Okay, we just surpassed her. But let's take a look at what she was doing. Oh, wow. She's taking off her clothes. And of course she is. Because what? You don't have anything better to do. Because YouNow just teaches them this is what you're supposed to do with your life. This is how you get money. This is how you get support. This is how they survive, is off of this kind of lifestyle. It's disgusting. I'm busy debating James Croft, conservative Christian debater. And hashtag. Thanks for... Why are you spamming that? Why are both of you guys spamming that? I don't know. But thanks for... I guess you're trying to help. I'm not sure. It's hard to read the comments when you're spamming. But let's see. Hi, sir. I like your bio. Oh, thank you. I'm confused, too. Don't worry. Well, I'm glad someone understands what's going on. Giving you the promo. Thank you. So, here's what I want to see. YouNow is teaching these girls that a very easy way to get to 70,000 likes is to dance around in your room. For sluts. And what's going on with this is that as these girls do this, what they're learning is this is how you get attention. This is how you survive. And if this is the only way girls know how to survive... What is a guy supposed to look for in deciding his wife? They're all the same because they bring it down to such a level. And everyone's on their side right now with this issue, except some girls who are supporting this broadcast and they're epic. But what's going on is you need to go on Messy Monday. Is something worse going on over there? What's going on in Messy Monday? I'm scared to look because it's so disgusting over there. But I don't see it. Do I do song requests? Can you play some music? Let's lighten this up. Sure, I got some music if you like. This format needs to be on there. Well, if you say so, I'll check it out. I have some music. I actually put this together. I think you guys might like it. So this is the music of our movement, I guess you might say. I like using different music sometimes. Can we bask in some prayer for a minute? We sure can, while my iMovie is loading. God, I just pray for these girls who you made. I think you made them so that they could have a purpose. You make everything for a purpose. Right now, there are other people who want to destroy that. They really do. Their lives are being torn apart. I'm scared. I feel bad for their kids, if they have kids. In this society, you can just kill off your baby if you get pregnant. It's awful. We need you to change minds, Lord. We need you to wake up your servants. So many people just go to church every Sunday and act religious, like a Pharisee. That's not how you do it. We need people to go into the fields and wake people up. Just pray that we could get this and that my iMovie would load as well. Yeah, thank you so much for all the support we have tonight. You really are. We are shaking something up here. This has never happened before. So I just thank you for what's going on, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen soon. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. So, never seen myself pray on camera. I really am not going to check. I don't care if I look good or what. But fun and respect, those other girls just want boys all the time and need people to look at them. Yes. So, amen. I know. So, let me get on our music here. Let me see. I need to fix this up for a second. Let me see. Whenever I pray, my eyes get watery. And I have a light right in my face. So, let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Output internal speakers. Ta-da. Okay. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm editing some stuff up on my computer for the music. Someone asked for music, so I'm going to do that. My jacket's getting hot, though, but I would really like I like this jacket, so I'm not sure I want to take it off. Okay. Edit, paste, edit, paste. Okay. I'm putting together a little music thing. Copy. Okay. And now I gotta edit, paste, edit, paste, edit. Edit, paste, 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 paste. I don't like editing when I'm live streaming because it gets pretty boring pretty quickly, but I will see if I can get this done as fast as possible because someone had a song request. Edit, paste, edit, paste, edit, paste. All right. Okay, file. I'm gonna export this real quick. All right. So now while music is loading, I'll let it do its thing. All right, and thank you for inviting your fans, by the way. In order for me to level up, I know I don't want to sound like I'm just doing this for level up. I'm not. But in order for me to level up on YouNow, I have to get 100 viewers at one time. I've done every other thing. I've gotten the 1,000 fans. I've gotten the 30+ shares in one stream. Those things are easy. But getting the 100 viewers at one time, I really get that, is if you're in the top 100. The girl right in front of me is essentially a stripper on this thing. So we really got to send a message, or she's going to do it again and again and again. So hopefully this music will get you rallied up. Music is powerful and it's awesome. You're very interesting. I think of it a lot. It sure is. So I need to try 5 guests to level up. 5 guests. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound mean. Only 5 guests. You got it easy. Only 5 guests. That's easy. You'll be big in no time. Trust me. You just gotta stream regularly. About once a day does the trick. So let's see if my music is working properly. Can I guess now? You sure can. Let me shut my door. I can hear people outside. Izzy streams once a day now. I will definitely check that out. Yeah, if you're in the guest queue, I will guest you. First one there is. Sweet. Okay. Okay, my music's loading, so it's being weird, but I think I can play my music right here for now. Can you guys hear the audio okay? It's kind of starting out slow and quiet. Hello, I'm streaming. My mom's like seeing what I'm doing. Alright, let me see. I'm clicking on the guest and it's not showing me who's the guest. One second, I'm gonna make sure that this audio isn't too loud or too quiet or whatever. One second, my computer is being slow. Huh. Is it glitching? My computer's acting up really slowly. Alright, let's see here. I'll check that queue in just a second. Okay. Okay. So it's okay. I'm inviting you in a second here. My computer's being really slow. Okay. Because I played the music and I have like on a 1 hour loop. Need to get some different songs on there. Twisted Sister and all those good things.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
So,
Go ahead. Sorry. I'm just not working.
Having audio problems. Okay. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm at work right now. So I just want to say hi to you and how have you been?
Okay. 1 second, my computer audio is really acting up. I don't know why. Let me see.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, perfect. I'm doing really good, actually. Yeah. This stream's doing really well. I'm really excited for what's going on. So, yeah, I'm just thrilled. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm at work for an 8-hour shift. Over the weekend was a 12-hour.
Okay.
Over the weekend was a 12-hour shift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do two of them over the weekend.
I'm not old enough to work, but I can imagine that's rough.
Yeah, and I live in the most liberal state, I think, in the Union. I live in Vermont.
Oh, okay.
I'm friends with Richard. That's how I met you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I was a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking about going into the Marines. My grandma says, don't go in the Marines, you'll get shot. And I'm like, okay.
You all get shot at, except for the Air Force.
Except for Air. Yeah, those guys are easy. You don't want to have a peaceful life, go Air. You want to see action.
And the Air Force trained plastic guns.
Not real weapons.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on what's going on in YouNow right now?
For what you were talking about earlier about the ladies on drugs abuse?
Yeah.
I think it's disrespectful and they're trying to abuse the system. Well, it's working for them in their favor. I don't like it though. They should be their personal selves, be themselves, not what people want them to be.
Yeah. And I think the real tragedy here is that YouNow is making money off this. There's some guy making money off of their likes because you have to pay to like up a stream. And hopefully with the likes we get, they might scratch their heads and think, okay, some people don't like that this is an image that we are giving of women on our site.
Yeah, because there's other sites that do that.
Yeah, and they can get away with it because most guys would happily just let them do it. And they'd be like, oh yeah, in fact, I'll pay you to do it. So... I feel like it's...
But how much money are they making when they do that?
Mm-hmm. How much money are they making?
When they do that, when they just say, oh, we'll partner you, but how much... They say, we're making more money than we're paying you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... Because the way YouNow works is basically if they like what you're doing and they want to see more of you, and because if they start to make a lot of money off you based on the amount of likes you get, they want to partner with you so that they can have you continually getting them supported so that they can grow. But when the second most popular person in girls is... I don't think she's the second most popular anymore. I think she just ended her stream, which is good. But and now there's even more streamers to talk about, though, that are doing their own things. But when the second most popular doing this sort of thing, and she has 66,000 likes, I think it was 70,000 when I left, it really sends a message to not only people like us, to the people and staffers at YouNow on what works for making money. And why did it drop? I think. Okay. So why am I in girls? Because the girls who are doing these sorts of things are in hashtag girls. I feel like if I'm the number one in hashtag girls, maybe he's hacking you. He's not in it right now. Let's see, though. What is on your screen? Just iMovie and a tab of YouNow. Where did I go? I can still see my face. I'm looking at the other another page. I think it's just your is it saying I'm gone? Can you hear me? Okay, they can hear me. Can you see me? Okay. Okay, I'll try Danny here, see if it works. See. What the heck? Okay. So, what the heck was that? Danny, what were you doing? What the heck? Are you a troll? What is the matter? What just happened? Did you do that? Okay, I think there are trolls on this now because, you know, we're attacking exactly what they're doing. And I mean, that is disgusting. What is wrong with these people? I mean, this is my stream, and I'm swear me, do all those mean things, but you cannot show pornography on my stream. What is wrong with you? And this is the problem. See, these people go to public schools and they come out doing this. This is the problem. It's disgusting. So immature. But I just show him the guest then. Okay, Izzy, I'll bring you on. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. But I'm fine if you guys report Danny for me. Hello.
Hey.
How are things going?
It's alright, I guess. How's things going?
Guy just came on my stream and showed his junk.
No, I saw. I was there.
I was disgusting.
Sorry, I'm eating vegetables.
Yeah. At least this person is dressed. That's all I care about. Being someone civilized. But go to a public school. That stuff is not shown at my school, and why you assume that person goes to public school. Because when you get to a public school, I mean, I can't speak for your public schools, but I've been to my public schools, and I've seen the sort of things they talk about and the sort of things that they do. And they are doing all sorts of drugs. They're doing all sorts of these kinds of things. It is disgusting. And I have to say, is it working? Or was there just a glitch?
You can't blame it on the public school. I know people from private schools that do drugs.
Yeah, I mean, private scholars can do drugs too, but in general, when you take a look at this sort of behavior, it's really encouraged based on what society does. And when you take a look at society in general right now, it is controlled by the public school system. And, I mean, where are you from exactly? You don't sound like you're from the U.S.
I'd already oh my goodness gracious. I'm from Australia. I've already told you this like a million times.
Okay.
Well, goodness gracious. I'm trying not to cuss. This is so hard for me.
Well, see if you can control your mouth or something. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, they are super expensive. What that shirt say? This is
I'm
my
trying
shirt.
not
It
to
says
be
Trump
good.
on it. So my screen is black. Is your screen black?
Mine does. Oh. No, I can see.
Okay, let me refresh this. Let's see.
Internet is like quality, I'm pretty sure. Malcolm Turnbull is running the internet and hacking the internet. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's doing all sorts of weird stuff. I don't know why. My mom's calling me. I think she might have done something to my stream. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. I'll entertain your stream. Hey friends. So, what is up? In my opinion, actually, I don't know about public schools, private schools. Thanks for becoming a fan. So much. Thank you. Yeah, private schools are very expensive. Please entertain us. This will don't stand it. What? My Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure my Wi-Fi is like the most expensive in the yeah, boy. I always enjoy exposing.
Okay, I think it's working now. I'm not sure.
Unless my dad's downloading stuff.
Okay, let's see.
I'll text him.
Comments are
Give me
saying.
a minute.
Wait, let's see.
I'll just text him
Please
to my room.
entertain us, Waffle. Don't stand a chance. Wi-Fi sucks. I always enjoyed exposing hunting the left. I don't get enough time to do it, but I enjoy when I could. Really? You expose
Just
something?
text my dad to
I
say-
had no idea. See, I thought you were joking because of how badly you were doing it, but I guess if you're being serious now, it's laughable. But, do you have FIOS? Because that is the best. Awesome shirt hunting. But, why are you in the girls tag? Because the girls on here
Because
right
he's a
now
girl.
are doing... No, I'm not in the slightest. Trans are crazy, but what I'm doing in the hashtag girls is because the girls in the hashtag girls a lot of them are acting really disgustingly, and a lot of girls are sick of it. They don't want to see it go on. They try to come on here and say, wear your clothes. Don't just do this for likes or whatever you're doing here or attention. Be unique. Be independent. But what happens is that YouNow realizes, oh, some 65-year-old pedo is going to go on YouNow and he's going to watch a 13-year-old take off her shirt. And he can like this to get that kind of thing to happen. And then realizes, holy cow, we're getting hundreds of thousands of likes over this. So that's an issue. And then YouNow partners them because they want them to keep on doing this.
Children.
Night, Gabe, I enjoyed the broadcast. Glad you thought so. Brandon, hunting the girls, though. I guess you could say
Hunting the right.
Yeah. So let's see.
That happened to me the other night, actually. I was
Yeah.
broadcasting on girls, and this guy comes in and he has like 3 accounts, and he was like, I don't know, maybe 70? And he had like, oh my god. He had 4 accounts. And he
Yeah.
caption was like a Peppa Pig, and then it was like
Mm-hmm.
me, and it was really creepy.
Old pedos and Arab men. That's pretty accurate if you want to get down to it. It's pretty accurate.
That's true. Yeah.
So we're 13th in girls. I'd love to be number 1 in girls because literally the girl right behind me is doing not on the stream, but the girl right behind me on YouNow is like her picture is disgusting, to be honest. Beyond tomorrow though, won't mind continuing the discussion. I want to. I really meant to earlier, but my grandma pulled up and I had to go see Aliens. That was a great movie, by the way. If you like scary movies, it's great.
What
do you
movie did you
identify
see?
as a woman? No. I saw Alien Covenant. Thank you, Izzy, for the 400
I saw
likes.
it too. It's alright.
Oh yeah, yeah, I thought it was great.
I saw it too.
But
It was pretty good.
yeah,
It was really. It was some plot twists. And it was-
yeah, I like the plot twist. Don't spoil it for these people though. For those of you who haven't
Not going
seen
to.
it yet. Thank you, Brandon, for the 50 likes.
twist.
Oh dear gosh, did you just say it was a good movie? Yes, it is a good movie. I mean, I thought it was
Sorry
a good
if
movie.
you. I didn't eat lunch. I'm sorry.
Never again. What?
You identify as a
Someone
woman.
go see
yes.
it and like have a bad experience. They didn't like it. That's. I don't know. Anyway, Are there any other points you want to bring up, or can I, or are you
points? Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I was gonna say something, but I can't remember.
Well, if it's okay, I'm gonna drop
right.
you just because.
You could be converting me to a Christian again. That's something.
Did I do that? Did I convert you? Did I do it?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'd be interested in continuing that debate when I'm not in #girls, because people are gonna come on and be like, "What's going on?" In #girls. When I'm in guys, I will happily do it. So I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi crashed. That's okay. I don't broadcast because the people that watch me freaked. So nope.
Bye.
There are some creepy people. All right. Bye.
You can drop me. Bye-bye.
All right.
Sayonara.
See ya. All right. So I'd keep her on longer, but I have a schedule to keep. It's a show. I have to, keep you guys entertained. So let's take a look at what's going on right now in #girls. Let's see who the new. I hate to use the word slut, but that's really what you get on this show right now when you take a look at the sort of girls who are streaming. We're more popular than most of the girls who are sluttish. A lot of the sluttish girls left. They aren't streaming anymore, which is good. But let's see here. Are most of them gone? Who wants to bet I scared them away? Not sure if I did. Okay. So I'm not sure if this counts, but I'd say that we can have a pretty good idea of why this person. Let me see if I can get it to screen share here. That's not showing. Okay, here's YouNow. So that I would say that's pretty much all there is to it. You do this. She's been on 41 minutes. She's already got 12,000 likes. So maybe the bad girls have a bedtime. Maybe they do. Maybe they're say it's time to go to bed. I'd say we did a pretty good job here tonight, to be honest, though. So she sits in the guys. Who wants to bet she'll get higher than that? Probably will. It seems like most of the dancers and things like that, there were about 5 of them in the top 10 alone. It was about almost, when I started streaming, almost all of them were doing these kinds of things. Since then, a lot of them have left, so I'll try to stream earlier and catch them. You early viewers know exactly what I'm talking about. It got pretty disgusting there. I think this girl's starting to dance. It's disgusting. But, let's see. It's hilarious. They're stopping their streams and restarting them. They don't want me to keep on knowing who they are because it makes them look bad. So, this person even talking about something that people care about. Yeah, she's not talking about anything. So all she's doing is, I really hate people like you. Okay, that's great. So you going to hunt the LGBTQ as well or not? Oh, you mean the ABCs of craziness? But I might. I did that before. I pretended to be a polar bear because I always wanted to be a polar bear, so I figured I would do that. I went in LGBT, pretended to be a polar bear. They got so mad at me. What do you think about our military? I'm impressed. I think it's doing a great job. You take a look. You only had to send one ship to North Korea, and it scared the crap. So I'm pretty proud of my military right now. I'd say it's doing its job very efficiently. Okay, now the dancers are back. Of course they're back. They never leave. I should have known better. Let's get them up here so you guys can see. Okay. Okay, for some reason it's always hard. So, same girl, she ended the stream, restarted it from what it looked like here. Is she wearing anything? She's wearing anything at all? I'm not even sure she is. See, this is the problem. What happens is that young girls come on here, and it's mainly guys are encouraging this actually. But what happens is that these people come on here and they get lots of likes very quickly for simply taking off their clothes for pedos. And what happens is then YouNow says, oh wow, we're making a lot of money off of this. Let's encourage them. Let's get them partnered. And before you know it, they're going to start letting all sorts of crazy things happen. And hashtag LGBT is pretty nasty, but it's getting worse. So let's see. Can you give me a quick rundown on the Bogdanovs? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Let's see. because when I went in, she is high, because when someone asked what she was smoking, so she might be high. Chances are she probably is. Chances are. And the reason this is an issue is because if I saw other guys on YouNow, and sometimes they are out there, and I get mad at those guys, but then they say I'm hate speeching, and then they get rid of it, and they try to ban me or whatever they do. But what happens is that if I saw other guys in the same proportion to there are in hashtag girls taking off their clothes for likes from 65-year-old women, I would be disgusted. And most women are too. Hopefully most women. I'm not sure based on the people I've encountered tonight. But it's an issue that needs to get stopped. And some people have tried. Did they say you teach them? That's what they usually say to me. When I say that you should put on some clothes, they say I'm hate speeching. So Claude says guest. Okay, I'll guess you. Is it not working, or is it working? I'm not seeing it. I'm all for what you're saying, but you're acting like a self... Well, I'm right. I'm right on this issue. And when you're right, you gotta tell people. So, I mean, you can think whatever you want. If you think I'm not sure. I am not self-righteous if you think I am. I am right on this issue, but I'm not self-righteous. Okay, glitched. Well, it's 11:29 where I am, and the reason I guessed it is because the reason I started the stream is because these people. I really want to see these people stop behaving this way. That's what I want. He always thinks he is right. That's how he thinks. Well, maybe it's because I am right. Ever considered that? But of course, we all know Armin Alamaderi 5, who lives in his basement, knows quite a lot about facts. But I'll let him stay. Oh my gosh, beaches are amazing. I love the water. I know, right? Oh, it's fine. No rush. Time is cool. I will make you my first priority tomorrow, Brandon. I promise you. First priority. Armin Al is a horrible person. That's funny. Well, considering earlier you're saying gay people should change, I don't know, man. Well, I think they should. I think it's a good idea. I think people should also wear seatbelts. We live in a time where people are going crazy, and they don't know better. So they need people like me to wake them up. Want to raise age for their app to 15 plus. I'm 15, so I have no problem with that. We should make that the goal. Make them raise it. Most of the time, you're wrong. Boy, I live in the big house in San Francisco. The big house? You mean like a prison? I'm not sure. I think that came out wrong with the way you said it, and I've been to San Francisco. That place is nasty. I'm much happier in San Diego. Let's see here. So anyway, it seems like we scared off most of the people who are, tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like most of the people, there were about, I counted about 10 different girls who were dancing half naked for views. They had combined about 1 million likes altogether if you take a look through it. I don't see them now. Just looking over the thumbnails, I don't see them doing it anymore. But they're bound to be back because every time I come on to YouNow, this is a problem. Now, we are 12th in girls, so we're doing pretty popular right now. So I think we did our job. We did great. Make YouNow great again. For sure. Make it great. Stop all this vaping and all this craziness. Don't inspire kids to do dumb stuff. Inspire them to do great things. Like make our country great again. Vote for Trump. So yeah, guys, if you're new here, become a fan. I would appreciate if you all became fans. We are getting very close to 1.4 thousand fans. That'd mean a lot. Please give up. Efforts are in vain, you spaz. Really, they seem to be working quite well. Let me step in the right direction, nigger, plus doing more of these kids showing off reviews. Nasty, okay, whatever, sets your boat. We can talk about economics. San Francisco is a very big, marketable city. When I was there, I think about a month ago, it was a nasty in general. The people were not wearing clothes. There are a lot of adult stores there. It was kind of nasty. I was kind of disgusted by it. But hey, I don't know what part you're from. I'll let you do whatever you want. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have been great. We scared off most of the people. I see there's like one person, but I'll wait for tomorrow because there's a lot of points we got to bring up. Two separate atheists want to get in a debate with me and answer this question. So that would be awesome to debate those people and watch them get saved before your eyes. So become a fan and see that. Well, you're conservative. You can keep up with modern society. Okay, yeah, I can. So, no, he won't. I saw a man without clothes riding a bike in San Francisco. Not wearing clothes equals modern. I would say it's a bad idea. I mean, if you want, I mean, I don't know if Lam Dairy is wearing clothes right now. If he thinks it's okay and normal and modern not to wear clothes, well, then Lam Dairy may as well just be like all of these others on here and just stop wearing clothes. You know, there's quite a large gay community that'd love nothing more to see you do that. Anyway, there's so much more to talk about, but it is getting late here. It's 11:33, so I gotta go. Had an epic stream, a lot of likes. I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.